on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our small contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, today we're back inside our Web3Py favorites module, and we did start a new section of the module. This is going to be how to deploy a contract to the EVM. So we're going to do some light reading, and then I'm going to show you the contract that we're going to be going over. In this section, we will go over the process of deploying a contract to the EVM or Ethereum virtual machine using the Web3Py library. First thing we'll be going over is why our to field is set to none. The to field is set to none because we are deploying a new contract, and the to field is only used when we are sending a transaction to an existing contract. When we deploy a new contract, the to field is not needed, and we can set it to none or not put in it at all. So this is an example of using sending a transaction to an existing contract. Note we will use our MetaMask address for this example. This is how we will implement it into our code. So we say transaction 2 equals MetaMask address. Of course, it wouldn't say MetaMask address. It'll be the actual MetaMask address that we're sending it to. Note, we will remove the breakpoint and add a print statement to show the transaction after we have sent it to the field. After we have the to field set to see the compilation details look like, not that we have the to field set. So basically, we would have the to field put into our contract. We will remove the breakpoints so the whole contract can run through. And then we would set up a print statement to actually show us the compilation details of the to field, letting us know exactly where that transaction is being sent to. Now that we have the to field set, we can see that the transaction is now a valid transaction that we can send to the EVM. And we will see our MetaMask address in the to field when we print the transaction and view the compilation details. Note, we are only using the MetaMask address as an example, and we will not be sending this transaction to the EVM, as we are only using this as an example to show the to field is set when we send a transaction to an existing contract. Now, again, these are examples that I already went over and processed all the way through, and unfortunately, I didn't save any of them, so I won't be able to show you those examples. Our contract is fully built out as of now, so we'll be going over that. But yeah, this is the contract we're going to be going over. Again, it's the ones you've already seen. You just haven't seen it in whole. This is the whole thing here. You can see our nonce, our from, our gas price. Notice that we don't have a to because there's not going to be an existing contract. We're just going to be sending it as first time, just like this. So that's why we don't have a to field. This is the example where we were setting it up. I kept the example ways of setting the contract down here so you can see exactly what it did look like at first. So you can see our transaction, our from, our to, and our gas. And again, since we won't be using this, that's why everything is commented out. I just have it here for learning and examples so you can remember what it did look like when we built it. But as we send it the contract, you can see here it does look different. We have our nonce, we have our from, we have our gas price. And since we don't have an existing contract to send, we are sending a brand new contract. We don't have a to field because it's not needed. So that's why it looks like that. So yeah, in the next few modules, we're going to go over this entire contract step by step like we have been doing and getting a feel for it and getting more familiar and comfortable with it. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.